Hi, my name is McKenna Boyer. If you're here, it is because we've talked about coaching and you possibly joined my team, and I'm here just to tell you a little bit more about what that means and what that looks like and why I'm here and kind of my mission and vision as a coach for my business. So first off, I'm very grateful that you're here. I would not be a coach if I didn't believe in what I did and if I didn't think that it was worth other people's time. I have literally had my life changed by the things that I promote, and God has been so good in leading me to those things. And so I can't help but pay it forward. And I'm excited to find others who want to do the same, change their own life and help others. So real quickly, I'll just kind of go through my background and how I got here. And then I'll give a really brief, what does coaching look like? What does that mean? And then we'll go from there. So growing up, I was always a little bit bigger. I had asthma. I did not enjoy exercising. Fast forward to high school, I was bigger, and I went through a really stressful time with my family life in high school, and I actually struggled with anorexia for a while, and I lost a bunch of weight, but not in a healthy way. And that was kind of the catalyst for me realizing, one, that I could lose weight, but two, that I needed to figure out a healthy way to cope, but that would help me stay healthy, or I needed to find the in-between, right? I didn't want to be big and I didn't want to be too little. I wanted to be healthy. And that was kind of the jumpstart to me trying to figure that out. So from then on, I stayed pretty physically active. I found peace with food, figured that out. All through college, I was really physically active, went to the gym, I started to love running, which I still enjoy. Met my husband, who's also an extremely physically active person. So being physically active is kind of a part of our life, which I love. And then I had children, and being pregnant and giving your body up is hard, right? Like, your body changes so much while you're pregnant. And I'm so grateful for my kids, and I love my kids, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. But emotionally and mentally, it was really hard for me because I'd worked so hard to be healthy, right? And with my kids, I gained a lot of weight, and that was really hard. So after my first one, that's actually when I first started doing Beachbody. It was after my first child. It was about 4 years ago. And I just did the workouts. I started off with 21 Day Fix. I'd been stalking my coach for a while on Instagram or on Facebook, and she had been pregnant at the same time I was, and she was getting up at like 4:30 and working out every day. And I was like, holy crap. I don't know how she's doing that, but I know that if she can do it, that I can get back. And I wanted to lose like 10 pounds. I lost 5 with 21 Day Fix, and then I got pregnant again with my second. And so this is right when BOD came out with the subscription. So I got the subscription. I used the pre and postnatal workouts that Autumn Calabrese does with my second. But I gained a lot more weight with my second because of how nauseous I was. And that was really, really hard for me. And so after I had my second baby, which was almost 2 years ago, I was in a really dark place. I was depressed for the first time. I felt terrible about myself. I was resenting my children because I felt like all I could do every day was barely keep them alive, maybe feed myself, maybe get dressed, right? Like, it was a bad, dark place, a bad time. I was 50 pounds from where I wanted to be. I felt huge. I didn't feel like myself. I felt lost, and I was very desperate. And when I hit I let myself take 6 weeks to heal, that whole deal. And once we hit 6 weeks, I started running. I started doing Beachbody again. And I found, who's my coach now, a friend from high school who was running a group. And I was like, hey, I have all the things, but I'd love to be in your group. And she was like, hey, have you ever thought about coaching? And I was like, you're crazy. But I couldn't get out of my head, and I really felt like God was telling me that this is something I needed to do. And so I honestly, at the beginning, just did it for me, something to keep me more accountable, because that's what I needed. I needed the consistency. So I signed up as a coach when my second baby was about, he's maybe like 3 or 4 months old, and started my journey. I had 50 pounds to lose. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no social media following, didn't even have an Instagram. But I did it. I've lost almost 60 pounds in the last 2 years. I feel strong. I feel healthy. I feel aligned. My mental and spiritual and emotional health is so much better. I have routines and I feel good about myself and I feel good in myself. You know what I mean? So this is why I do what I do. And honestly, my mission is to help other people find the joy in taking care of the bodies that God has given them and to arm ourselves against Satan, because our bodies are one of the biggest way that Satan tempts us, because he doesn't have a body and he hates that. And so I want to help people feel good in their bodies, to have energy, to love life instead of always being in the desperate dark places. And so that's why I do what I do. And I am looking for women who want to do the same thing. So as a coach, here's kind of the basics. Number one, you take care of yourself first. You use the workouts, you use the nutrition products and the supplements, you follow a nutrition program that Beachbody has, and you show that it works, and you also find what works for you and take care of yourself. That's one thing I love about this job, is it makes me take care of me, which is the whole reason I started. And so I'm so grateful for that. The second thing we do is we share our journey. So you followed me on social media, which is why you're here. You see what I do. We post just about our lives, right? It's my life is not Beachbody, but Beachbody is part of my life. And so that's what I show. I show that I work out. I show what I'm eating. I show my kids. I show the books I'm reading. I show, right now we're in the middle of moving. And so I've been showing all the things we're doing to get ready to move. I really like chocolate and I make soap. So you just show your life, but you share your journey. People have seen me lose 60 pounds. People have seen me go from eating handfuls of M&Ms every day to just eating treats a couple times a week or once a week and really enjoying them. They've seen me go from someone who was scared and lost to someone who's confident and very focused on the direction that I'm going. So you just share your journey on social media. Share it openly and honestly and vulnerably, and be real and be you. And we teach you how to do that. Then you hook people up with the products we use. You get people plugged into workouts, and you help them figure out what programs would be the best fit for them with their goals. And we sign them up and we get them into a challenge group. And that's kind of the last piece, is that we run challenge groups. I've invited you to them because that's partly why you're here. And it's just a private place. I run mine on a private app where people come and we help hold each other accountable. I have a different theme every month. So we're just kind of doing life together and working on our goals and keeping it exciting and fun and enjoyable, sharing our experiences and resources and recipes and tips and motivation and and devotions and things we're learning and things that are working, and we ask each other for help and we pray for each other and we cheer each other on when we hit a goal or we have a non-scale victory. It's a beautiful place to create a community of people who strengthen each other and who are working towards the same thing. And that's what you do as a coach. Take care of yourself, you share your journey, you find people who can use your help and you can help, and then you help them. And then you just repeat over and over again. And you find people who want to do the same and you build. So I love what I do, and that's why I do it. It's been really important for me. So I worked before, and then I worked for a little bit while my first baby was young, and I haven't worked since. And I realized that I needed something for myself, and coaching has given me that. It's a creative outlet. I love being able to bring in some income for my family, and I have big goals for that income, like 6-figure goals, and that's where I'm going. And I would love to take you with me because I believe there are so many people to help. Everybody has a body and everybody should be taken care of. And so I'm excited to be here. I'm excited that you're here listening. But I'm excited to talk to you after this call. But we can do really big things, and I love what I do, and I love sharing about it, and I love that God is so good that He's given us tools to help ourselves and to help each other take care of the bodies that He's given us, because we are meant to take care of them so that they can be used the way that He's intended. So get off this video, message me what you think and what your questions are, and we'll keep chatting and go from here more about details with how we earn and how you sign up and all of that stuff. But thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening and being part of my story, and I can't wait to talk to you more.